You also, of course, designed so many characters that everyone remembers today from that show. Rudolph himself, Hermey the Elf.
That's right.
Now tell me about that. Why does everyone think that Hermes with an M, his name is Herbie with a B? Why do they think it has a B?
I don't know, because it's an easier name to remember. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's not maybe it's not articulated in the film. Maybe we stumbled when he said his
Well,
name.
I actually think that the voice actor says kind of like Hermey, like kind of like a nasal voice.
It's likely that was his performance. We developed that, and Hermey didn't come out as clearly as it might have.
Is that a problem in terms of merchandising or anything? Does it matter what people know think his name is?
No, as a matter of fact, it helps the film. Because there's always, someone says, "What is the young?" On the website, they'll question, the pronunciation. But it is Hermey, not Herbie.
Okay. And Yukon Cornelius, and obviously then some of the reindeer characters, Donner and Clarice, and even Santa Claus you had to come up with a look for that would fit the rest of the production. Oh, and Bumble, as you talked about, the Abominable Snowman. Those were all the characters that you designed with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We designed them in our own studio on drawing boards that we all had our hand in. As I said, mainly it was me and a cartoonist that worked for us on other projects, who I invited to work on this one, named Tony Peters. So it was our characters all came from us. Mm-hmm.
And then there were also, of course, the characters from the Island of Misfit Toys, and the script, I'm sure, drove that in terms of what was wrong with each toy.
Yes.
Now, the little girl, what was wrong with the little girl doll? People always ask that.
I know. Why was she there? I always say, well, she had psychiatric problems. She was under the care of an analyst. I don't know.
She didn't seem to be wearing underpants. That seemed to be one problem.
I didn't know that. I'll have to look again.
Maybe. I hope I didn't make that up. But now, what did the Island of Misfit Toys represent thematically? Because obviously that's something that really resonates with people who watch that special even today. Yeah. What were you trying to say story-wise with that?
Well, first of all, when Santa leaves and goes on his big ride, as you know, he stops there and picks up the toys and fulfills their desire. And earlier on, because Rudolph and Hermey considered themselves misfits, Rudolph because of his nose lighted up, and Hermey because they laughed at him because he wanted to be a dentist, not making toys in Santa's workshop. So they come.
And why a dentist?
Why?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. But where did the idea come from?
Again, from the writing.
Okay.
And so they, in their looking for, trying to escape from where they were, and now escaping from the Bumble with Cornelius guiding them, they came upon this island, and they found these characters there, who were all misfits. So that's part of that song. Earlier on, we were a couple of misfits, and now on the island of misfit toys.
Where they found a home.
Yeah.
But is that supposed to be something to appeal to children who are different? Or, I mean, was there a conscious effort to reach out in terms of the story?
I think this. I think all kids are looking for guidance. I think all kids feel slightly inferior. Because, as the man said when he wanted to send his daughter to a psychiatrist, he said, "What's wrong with her?" He said, the psychiatrist says, "What do you mean, what's wrong with her? She's 4 years old, she's 3 feet tall, and she's broke." She's got problems. Kids have problems, whatever they may be. And to see other characters that also have problems, they can associate with them. And when the characters are relieved of their problems by their own actions, like Rudolph became the lead because he was very needed and he fulfilled a big role. Hermey became the dentist because he conquered Bumble. And kids love to see someone of their own stripe, their own age, or their own inferiority achieve things. It makes them feel good. I think that's probably the reason these films last so long, because in all our films that happens. The good guy becomes the bad guy. The bad guy, becomes a good guy at the end. He's reformed, and the underdog fulfills his quest.
And I think it helps with a deeper emotional resonance than rather just the simple holiday story. There's a more universal theme underneath, it seems.
I think that's why the film has lasted. If you're judging any creative effort, longevity is the reward. I mean, how many painters have there been? How many Van Gogh have they been, etc.
Right.
So longevity is extremely important in any effort.